Hello, Anne Marie here and Healing Within Wellness video series. And today I pose the question of, are you an absorber? And this is when maybe you're in conversations or having some exchanges, but somehow, whether it's intentional or not, maybe sometime you take things on from people that they're not yours to carry. And it's okay not to carry them. I think a lot of times we take things on from people, um, whether they had an argument with someone, and now through them just sharing that, now that we're mad at that other person. I mean, it can be as simple as that. And just paying attention to yourself, and how do you feel after different exchanges with different people? Are there certain people that just, you're done and you just kind of walk away and it's just like, oh my god, like maybe you don't need to be around those kind of intense people, or when you are having interactions with maybe some intense people, just when it's done, just say under your breath, like, you know, I'm so glad, I'm so thankful I'm not in that position, or I really wish the best, for that person, or I wish the best for all involved. But we need to have some boundaries. We need to have boundaries for ourselves, because kind of when we join in that conversation, when we have the buy-in, so to speak, we give our power away. We weaken ourselves. Um, and then we kind of start taking on maybe what was ever, discussed. We don't want anyone else's hardships. We don't want anyone else's situations or stuff. It's theirs, it stays with them. It does not come into our space. And just kind of taking more of a stand of what you're going to allow and what you're not. Because, generalizations are all people or them, or, these blanket statements that are made. They actually can affect a lot of people, and not always in the best way. So pay attention how people are speaking around you, and what they're talking about. And sometimes I just speak up and I say, you know what, you can speak for you, or speak for yourself, or speak for your experience, but don't speak that over me. Don't speak that on me. Don't speak that about me, because that's not me. And I don't want that. And again, if you're at the firehouse, you're at the police station, you're in these large groups of people, um you work, day in, you work day out with these people. And again, start listening to what they're saying, because they're speaking that over the whole crew, they're speaking it out over the firehouse. They're speaking things into the station that I'm sure at times, either aren't appropriate, or it brings the crew down, it brings down the morale. And it only takes one person just, having, a negative Neil kind of day. And guess what? The whole crew, the whole shift, just the whole thing, just, within minutes, it can turn. But we can also turn it the other way. And being positive and being grounded and being resilient. And you could just, start your shift every day and just say, hey, you know what, whatever is not in alignment with me, it ain't coming with me. Just be crystal clear when you walk into the building that day. Hey, you know what? Whatever happens, whatever is going on with everybody, what? It's their junk, and it stays with them. And just draw that boundary. You can think it, you can say it out loud, just kind of under your breath, just saying, okay, well, whatever crap's going to go on here today, it ain't coming in my space. It can stay wherever it comes from. And start putting up these boundaries. They're invisible boundaries. But we don't want to be like SpongeBob SquarePants, where, we have all those little holes, and then, before you know it, by the end of your shift, you know, your holes are filled up with other people's junk. So, yeah, just having awareness. Who are the people that you're spending time with? Who's at the station? And resiliency starts with you. It is a personal job, it's a personal responsibility. Um, and we all have to do our part. And there's lots of great trainings out there. I specialize in processing maybe some things that aren't serving you. So I'm very familiar with a lot of kind of like the culture that's out there. Um, some of the viewpoints and some of the phrases and some of the stuff, um, it does not serve you. And we got to clean up the workplace culture for you to be successful, for you to be resilient, and for you just to be healthy. And that is, mental health, physical health, and your spiritual health. We got to get those all into balance. So, further questions, my website is www.healingwithin.us. And I work with first responders, but I also work with everyone. I work with couples. I do support a lot of different people that really do need that spiritual, mental, and physical support right now. So please leave comments and any feedback, and please like and subscribe to this channel. And kind of the opposite of being the absorber. Okay, we don't want to take things in. Just be the observer. Just stand back and just kind of watch the interactions that are going on. You can listen. I always say listen to understand. And at that point, you can say, "Oh my God, that dude, he's just X, Y, and Z." Oh, okay, that's fine. And when you actually then can see where someone's coming from or why they are, a certain way that they are, then you could go, "Oh, okay, X, Y, and Z. That's fine." But when we take other people's stuff on, we lose that clarity, and we lose kind of seeing from a non-biased place. So don't buy into everybody's story, because everybody's got a story, and it's just their perception. It doesn't mean that it's true, right? We all have our truth. We all come from varied backgrounds and all of that. So it doesn't make people right and wrong. It's just their experience, and that's all it is. So, thank you so much, and be well.